The creators behind New York's new immersive cannabis exhibit are inviting you to step back into the Stone Age.
Welcome to the Stone Age. It is the premier cannabis-inspired experience in New York City and possibly the world.
The tour takes you through 8 states of being that every human experiences, but that can be enhanced, deepened, or altered in some way with cannabis.
This is really where culture meets entertainment, meets education and advocacy. It is the intersection of artistry and all things beautiful representing this plant.
The first state of being is arousal, split into 4 different stages. Anticipation.
The idea of it barely striking the matches, creating a little bit of a spark, moving up and down the stairs, and sort of emulating anticipation as it moves into your body.
Excitement.
For me, when I consume cannabis, my heartbeat starts to increase. I feel that and the same thing happens when you experience excitement, when you experience pleasure.
Plateau.
Plateau is really exciting because the interpretation of plateau tends to be flatline, but in the stages of arousal, it's actually the very, very tippy top before the release happens.
And finally, orgasm.
This sculpture, created by a local artist out of Brooklyn, Jason Krugman, between the dimming and the brightening of the lights, both the white and the red, really speaks to that ethereal moment of you're up, 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 up at the top, and then you kind of release back into your body and this white light washes over you.
Then comes creativity, where artist Bianca Romero invites you to think outside the literal box. There's also an immersive light exhibit and a DJ booth.
We played off of this idea of mind, body, and soul when it comes to creating. And so not the traditional, oh, I'm a painter, oh, I'm a writer, but creativity is experienced in all facets.
Obviously, this is a very Instagram-friendly place, like a lot of immersive experiences are. So what are you hoping to achieve when you combine education with something that's aesthetic and maybe factoring in social media, especially at this time when New York is literally legalizing cannabis?
The idea really is that if you feel empowered coming out of here, knowing 3 things more than what you did coming in here, you're going to share that with your friends. And then all of a sudden, 100,000 people become 500,000 people, become 2 million people. And that's how progress happens.
Educational aspects are most evident in the exhibit's more somber rooms, like the one representing the haze of opioid addiction. Awareness takes participants through a timeline of the war on drugs and past a wall covered by art from currently and formerly incarcerated individuals, before leading them into a room with furniture from an actual prison.
We really wanted to drive empathy in this space, and through the art and through this environment of really stepping foot inside of a prison experience. I think seeing this, if this doesn't evoke empathy, then we haven't done our jobs.
The exhibit also serves as a platform for 15 to 20 creatives from the tri-state area. The goal is to highlight local art when the Stone Age moves to other cities in 2022.
For the artists that are being showcased here, we try to keep it at a mixed variety of, people that are well known from 100,000 followers from, Adam down to the sculpturists in here who have just been behind the scenes. This will give people the opportunity to understand that artists come together and work together on a collective, but the intention of being seen comes from something bigger.
And if you're wondering how the exhibit got its name, it's not a literal interpretation of the Stone Age. And that's exactly the point.
People think the Stone Age, they think caveman, they think gray, they think dodgy. People think cannabis, smoking weed in your mom's basement. We're redefining that narrative.
For Cheddar News, I'm Chloe Aiello.